Hello viewers and welcome back to another video. Yeah, here we are, just starting off with another race. Actually part 2. This is starting off. I did a better qualified lap, I might say, and here we are with the Lexus with a new livery. I found this livery just scrolling through the discovery page and I liked it. There it's an anime themed livery on the Lexus, and here we are starting again, made a better qualifying lap, and we're starting off in P5. So good to start off behind the German with the Beetle. People like the Beetle because it's good on the handling course. It's not good on the straight line or acceleration or whatsoever. But still, people don't know why people still use it. This is not the track for it. Some other tracks like the Nürburgring is a good track for it. It's a good handling car. But this right here is just top end, like it's a really fast track. Like you just need a car with good acceleration or good top end. And so far, by the time we're already in the Camel Straight, we're already 2.5 seconds ahead of the cars behind me. So they are just joking around, and we're just racing right here. But anyway, trying to go in for the move, he covers me off last minute, and he goes off, and he's going to have dirty tires. I didn't want to push him wide, but anyway, here we are going down into turn number 5, 6, I think. I'm not really sure. I'm not counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we're at turn number 7. We just had to count out really quick. Turn number 8 right here is still trying to go a little bit too defensive, getting his tires a lot dirtier than ever. And now he tries to go for the late defense, but look at this. I even have to put 2 tires onto the grass so that I can have away with it with the pass. And look at that, he's really falling down behind because he had dirty tires. He had to lift off, and I had to try and catch up with the guys in front of us. Look at this, just trying to catch up with the FT1, the Lexus, no, the Toyota, which is really good handling. It has good straight line speed, not really straight line speed, but acceleration and cornering. And it was kind of a push, because until this point right here, this is where he made I was gaining on him a little bit by little bit, and here's where he made a mistake, kind of a mistake. He braked a little bit too early, and I caught up with him with the slipstream, and look at this. Now I don't know if he'll make it a big deal. So if I come for the outside, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the inside, because the inside line is a shorter line, and trying to tap me a little bit. I'm gonna lift off a little bit so that he can pass through, but I'm gonna get him in the braking line right here. Move on to the right side, completely braking. Nice, side by side onto the bus stop chicane. I'm gonna go for the switch. I almost lost it there, and look at this, I have the most grip. Move on to the right side, cover him off, and yeah, done and dusted. That's the most intense finish line I've ever had at the moment, which is good racing. Some good racing for the first race in after making a better qualifying lap. Now again, try to go with another different car to see if I can get a different lobby, and I actually did. So I went to the BMW M6, the workhorse, I might say, and P1, P2, M6. Probably we might make it P1, P2, M6, a little bit of an over rev there, trying to go into the turn 1, and he gets a better exit, and they just have to follow him through, because the French guy behind me has a Supra, which is actually good on straight line speed, and also trying to warm up the tires, going down here, down the Radion up to Eau Rouge, a little bit of a lift so that they don't go a little bit too wide, get a 0.5 second penalty. And I think the guy behind me cut the line. He cut it. I think I just seen that. Oh yeah, and he gets a penalty for that. So that's good. Now I know I have just to catch up with the guy in front of me. I don't know which flag that is. And actually it did take a long time for me to catch up to him. As you see, they're just going, just remaining P1, P2. And the only point that made me like almost get a penalty was down here. I almost went a little bit too wide on the exit of this straight right there, and by the time we're finishing lap 2, he outbraked himself, and he makes a mistake. He just goes a little bit too wide. He outbrakes himself. That's a mistake that should have not happened, but I guess he was looking back at how far behind I am. But you see that he just lost like a second, because he was like 2 seconds away from me. And breaking down, at the first corner, the first hairpin. Yeah, just right behind with the slipstream. So probably might get him at the Calvin straight, because going down and up to Eau Rouge is the best thing. That, as in, if you hit it right, like I'm gonna do it right there, and I accidentally go a little bit too wide. Not really too, I think a pixel wide, and I get a penalty for that, 0.5 penalty. I didn't really even think that I was going to get a penalty for that, and still having the slipstream. Probably I should not have gone for this. I didn't want to go for the move, but he slowed a little bit too down, a little bit too more, a little bit out of hand there through this section of chicane, this section of corners. I didn't want to go through because I already have a second penalty, and he's quick, so he's gonna try and come back for the overtake again. And if you've been loving the video, if you've been loving the video so far, a sub to the channel will be amazing. A like to the video will be amazing, and yeah, just keep the hobby going on, like racing cars and like loving cars. And breaking down right here, going in is right there behind me, just seeing him behind me, just trying to keep on the pressure, just trying not to get bad overtake, break on the right point, and it comes a little bit of a punch right there. Good thing I held it, and I think he backed off it. He was a little bit too sorry for that, but I just have to let him pass through, because I have 0.5 second penalty. There's no way unless he makes a mistake, there's no way I can win this. I'll still get a second penalty by the finish, by the checkered flag. I didn't really want to block him off or anything like that, because I didn't want to like ruin anyone's race. So by the checkered flag, probably I would have just finished P2, because I'll get a second penalty for that. And I can see him on the radar. He's trying to go for the move, trying two tires on the grass, trying to go wide. It goes for the cutback. I don't want to defend. I want to go back, so I don't want to ruin his race. So I'm just going to stay on the right side, just let him go through, because we are going two by two here, and we have a second penalty. Wouldn't be that the greatest. And here we are at the cross of the line, and yeah, flashing his lights just to tell him, yeah, good race, bro. And two Beamers, 1 and 2, and 2 Supras, 3 and 4. So good racing today. So far so good. And then I'm gonna try and go with the Dorito Mobile, the Corvette, which is actually a good car in top end speed. And again, another car, another trial, another kind of race, another kind of lobby, I might say. So different people, different race, but some people are still trying, like the Crazy 3, the German guy from before, from the first race I did, appeared in this race. So yes, a mix of people that I've met, some people I've not met. And so far the Italian also, who was there the previous race, and now is here again, because yeah, it's a mix of a good lobby. So far so good, still maintaining good distance. Everyone is in a straight line. People jostling for slipstream, as you see there. The Beetle went wide and lost slipstream, and the Lamborghini kind of caught up to him. So I'm just right behind with Oliver right here, the French car in the good livery. It's like a pink camo livery on his Lamborghini, which is really quick. He hanged it out on the outside, and so far so good. Like just going down here, you can see like the race is already settled. So far, like it doesn't really settle this easily, but here we are, just fine racing, fine margins, trying not to lose a lot of time. As you see here, I actually lost a little bit of time, as I say that. Down here, this really double left-handers going down the hill, and this section over here, I outbraked myself a little bit too much. There I can just see the Supra right there, just popping into the radar, just appearing and disappearing. Oh, and Oliver's a little bit too wide there in the grass, in the dirty waters, and I have to just punt him a little bit too wide. No, didn't really mean to, but yeah, just for the sake of getting through him. Oh, he's getting a little bit too unruly right there behind, and yeah, he loses it as just a green flag and a yellow flag behind me just pop up, and that's his race done for it. Now just trying to catch up with the guys in front of me, trying not the Supra to get the better of me behind, and a little bit out too early on the braking right there, and they just felt it. And as you see that the Supra just pops into the radar, which is not the greatest for me. But good thing about this car, it has like a good traction and off the line speed. And a lap later, I actually do no into in the mid, like halfway through lap 2, I catch up to the guys in front of me. They are really defending. The German in the battle is already in P2, so probably might work in my favor or not. But I tried to go in for the overpass there with the Czech driver. He went a little bit too wide, and I don't think I had anything to do with that for him going into the gravel right there, because he would have hanged it out on the outside and just lost the position from me. But yeah, I think he just lost it there. And the beginning of lap 3, down to Eau Rouge up to Radion. Oh, down Radion up to Eau Rouge. I keep for confusing the two corners. And so far so good in the slipstream of the Mercedes, but he's just pulling away from me. I think the Mercedes has a better top end speed than the Corvette right here, and he goes in for the move. I should have followed him through the move right there, but not really the greatest. And right here, trying to get past through the Crazy 3, the German driver right here in the Beetle, and going down all the way down to just in the middle of just trying to overtake him. It was the only chance I could have gotten. Good slipstream, move on to the left side, sorry, actually, so that I can get a better run through here. He just tries to punt me wide. I don't know why, just a little bit of a lift. He just backs off completely, and yeah, P3 is done and dusted. So we gained 2 positions in this race, finishing in a podium, having a podium finish. I would have gotten the P2 probably, maybe, if I went through. Oh, and the Italian loses it. The Italian with the Supra, who was giving me a lot of pressure. But still, P3 clean races, even if despite all the body contact. And the last race, which is going to be the most interesting one, because I decided to use the Lamborghini. I've never used this car. I've never raced with this car. Super GT himself doesn't like the car, but the good thing about the car, it is really quick in a straight line speed, and it has very good cornering abilities. I'll see here, even the livery, like all these cars below here, I've actually probably never used it, because I think this is the only Huracan I have. I think this is the only Huracan, and it's actually a gifted car. As you see there, it has a purple spot on it, and if you have a purple spot, that's a gifted car. Just had to put on a livery on it, quick livery. And as you see here, I'm just starting to use it. I have 0 miles on it. I've never used this car before in my life in this game. And here's the clickbait again, driving the Lamborghini. As you see, I'm just turning down the traction control and setting up everything for the first time ever, and it was good getting familiar with the car. It is really slidey in the corners. If you like shift down, like if it has a lot of wheel speed, I might say, trying to simple things out. And we had Oliver again appearing, and the Italian behind me also, who made actually kind of a better qualifying lap. And the guy from Luxembourg is bullied out of P1 by the Italian in the Lamborghini. Kind of gets pushed a little bit too wide, but still he doesn't lose a lot of positions, just 2 positions. Liz is still in a podium. And look at this, as I say, he goes a little bit too wide. He's got to get a 0.5 second penalty for that, because he had dirty tires when you get out of the slipstream or anything, like the track limits, I might say. So good so far. 0.1 second penalty distance between me and the Italian behind me. As you see here, trying not to lose it, a little bit of a drift here, trying to control it, which is a lot of work. This car is a lot of work. Like it will get out of hand like in a snap of a finger. And so far, the Jasper right here is still almost trying to get his tires up to temperature, or clean, I might say. A little bit overheat there on the cones, on the lane, cones, I think, yeah. But going down right here, it's been good. It's been okay. He's still trying. He's still getting his tires dirty when you're going wide there. Please don't do that. I have this. I have the better exit here. Probably might make the move and look side by side. Have the inside. Trying to maintain it. This car is. It's actually a lot of fun, to be honest. It is fun. I hate to admit it, but it is. It is really hard to use it. Oliver right here again, getting a little bit out of hand, using all of the carb there. As you see, that dust just going through behind of his diffuser, and I have the slipstream of him. Probably might make the move, probably not. Trying to go to the outside, it goes to the inside, better line. And right here I'm just gonna have a bit of a lift, too much of a lift I might say, gave him a lot of positions, and the Jasper comes back in for the move right here. Oh, tires glowing red right here. I'm just going to have to let him pass through. Even if he has that 0.5 second penalty, he will lose it. I will have to serve it by the Camel Street at the top of Eau Rouge. And right here, as you see, they're just going down up to Eau Rouge, a little bit of a lift, a little bit, not too much, just a little bit, so that you can have the best exit. And see, I just fully tucked into the slipstream, move on to the left side, and so far so good. He takes his penalty up back to P3, and here probably might be the end of the race. I think so, but still, we need to finish the race at the finish line, at the checkered flag, right? So going down here to the first corner and all the way down into the, he goes a little bit too wide. He's gonna get a second penalty for that because he avoided track limits. Jasper comes back. I got a little bit too defensive on that, and look at this, he's just right there behind me. Oliver right here gets a little bit too happy on the throttle and moves it goes into the barrier right there to the left side, and that gives me P2. So probably finishing in P2 might actually work. And here still Jasper giving me the best of the benefit of the doubt, I think so, because he's quick in that Porsche. Also, the Porsche is really good in this track, and we're just trying not to mess up the track or anything like that, to mess up the race. And right here is where everything goes down into shambles. Look at this. I just miss it by a pixel, and I'm gonna get a 0.5 second penalty for that for sure, and he knows that. And this is where I was really kind of disappointed. He has a slipstream. I'm just going to indicate for him to pass through. He's gonna move on to the right side. I'm gonna brake a little bit too hard so that he can get the position done and dusted, and he's going to put on his hazards just to thank me for letting him for some good racing. And again, as I say, I told you, like, if this car gets unsettled, it gets unsettled. And right here, I don't know what happened. Like, it was just getting unsettled, or I don't know. Maybe the morale just went down. As I say, I'm just struggling for grip for some reason. And going down here, the Italian's gonna come behind me. He's gonna give me like a happy punt. Oh, he's gonna move on to the. It's gonna almost. Maybe he tries to miss me or something, but as I say, I'm just going to let him pass because I have a 0.5 second penalty. There's no way I'm gonna win that. He was coming in hot, and I'm just going to just try and bully him, just tailgate him to the finish line. And that's the race today. That's the video today. Hope you did like it. It was a lot of action, not that much, but for the Lamborghini, I think I might like it. Probably it is a good car, but it is a lot of work. That's the only problem. But anyway, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Hope you do. See you in the next video. Peace.